Hi, my name is Brittany. I'm a psychic medium and healer, so I'm going to do a spread on the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine for October 21st, 2025. The first card I get for Divine Feminine is the Ace of Wands. So the Divine Feminine at the moment is clearing anger and sadness that are related to the Dark Feminine. And as she lets go of these emotions, this is pushing the Divine Feminine to really step into her power. So she's letting go of that trauma that made her a yes woman. She's letting go of those false beliefs that caused her to drown out her own voice. What I am seeing with the moon is that a lot of anxiety is coming up for the Divine Feminine in relation to the Divine Masculine. She feels things moving, although her ego is kind of making a little bit of noise right now and trying to get her to focus on the lack of evidence. But the Divine Feminine is being advised to remember that absence of evidence doesn't mean there's evidence of absence. She must really tune out her ego. She must really trust the unfolding of the divine plan, because things are shifting and it won't be long before it actually shows up in a 3D. Everything is shifting internally right now, and the Divine Feminine may be feeling this. So the Divine Feminine is going to be advised to really go with the flow right now. What I'm seeing with it's Six of Cups is that inner child trauma is coming up in relation to control and place, and this is really important that the Divine Feminine heals this, because as she heals this, she ends up stepping more into her feminine. She trusts the ebb and flow of the divine plan, and she is more in flow state. And that's what I get for Divine Feminine. So this is what I get for Divine Masculine. The first card I get to Divine Masculine is the Hierophant. So the Divine Masculine is letting go of false beliefs about the masculine today. And as he lets go of those false beliefs about the masculine, this has caused him to really look at how he defined himself by his money, by his stability, by his place in society. The Divine Masculine no longer wants to do that. In fact, he wants to choose a different path for himself. So he's looking at his reality today, and he's noticing how much it is oriented toward his false self. And with the Emperor, with the Emperor, the Divine Masculine is really focused on embodying that stability, embodying that reliability. And as he lets go of the version of himself that was inconsistent in order to protect himself from getting hurt, he is understanding that a masculine man is someone who is okay with taking charge, with calling out distortion, with not being okay with not being liked. And he's clearing that people-pleasing trauma that caused him to drown out his own voice. What I am seeing with the Empress, I am seeing that the Divine Masculine is really letting go of that false belief that to be sensitive is to be weak, that to express your emotions means that you are emasculated. And he's starting to see the false beliefs about masculine cause him to really be out of alignment with his heart. And the Divine Masculine is cracking open his heart space so he can relish in his authenticity, that he can really step into his dark masculine. And this is what is happening. He's really letting go of the distorted masculine template and really stepping into his divinity. And that's what I get for Divine Masculine. If you haven't already, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I post updates about twin flames often. If you want to book a personal with me, you can DM me if you're here on TikTok, or you can reach out to me through my email and Instagram links down below. I will see you another time. Namaste.